Greetings to all my fellow watch enthusiasts on YouTube and Facebook and wherever else this video is being seen and shared. It's Celine Driver again, bringing another unboxing and review to you of a watch that was kindly loaned into my channel. This watch came to me from Chris over at the Watch Lounge, another fellow YouTuber and watch reviewer and collector. I'll leave a link to his channel in the description. He got this watch from another good friend and watch collector and reviewer and watch maker now, Ivan Innes of Iconic Timepieces. You might remember he is the guy who is creating the Halocline or Halocline watch on Kickstarter that I recently reviewed. That was well received, and he's loaned many watches into the channel for me, so definitely a shout out to Ivan and Chris for providing me with yet another watch to look over and present to you guys. This is a watch from, as you can see, Detroit Mint. They are, of course, out of Detroit, as far as I can tell anyway. And they're producing this watch, which is a nice little driver style, grand touring style automatic with a nice little design twist that I'm going to show you. So first of all, the packaging is very unique. Well, I mean, it's not very unique, but it is unique in the sense that we have a sliding lid instead of a flip lid or a pull-off. Nice wood, has a raw, unfinished look to it. I really dig the box. It's really kind of nice, and the logo is kind of burned into the wood. Or maybe not burned in, but imprinted in. And the lid just slides off. And it goes over there. And you've got two things in there. Of course, you have the watch, which we'll get to in a second, but you also have this bag. I believe the bag comes with it, and in the bag is some extra spring bars, which is always a nice touch. I mean, the high-end guys don't even do that. And a bracelet. Detroit Mint is embossed on the clasp, which is a nice little fold-over, stamped, brushed metal clasp. And this hasn't even been out of its plastic yet, and I'm not going to fit it to the watch. You have looks like a let's see, looks like a 20 millimeter, and it does not appear to taper. So 20 millimeter all around bracelet, very nice. Put that back in its little cloth, nice silky bag, silky feeling bag. It's probably not actually silk. I mean, not at this price point, but you know, nice bag, nice touch. And we'll put that aside, and we'll go get the watch. You can see the watch is inside a cutout foam pad, which is also again a nice touch. And here we have the watch itself. Now, this watch is called the Grand Touring Driving Watch. And this comes in at a very reasonable, at the time I'm making the video anyway, it comes in at a very reasonable $200. And you can see it's interesting little party piece right here. You can see it's an open heart design. I mean, it has a exhibition case back. It's not a very highly decorated movement. You can see the wheel just banging away there. But the real nice party piece, the big feature of the design is the open heart. Now you have a 24-hour indicator here. You can see we're in the morning, roughly 8:13 a.m. when I'm making this, and applied indices, a nice little track, minute track around, and of course you have the looks like a tachymeter scale going on there. Am I wrong about that? My eyes are so bad I can't. I don't know. Looks like a tachymeter scale outboard of the indices. Although without a chronograph feature, that's going to be interesting to work. But you can make it work if you want. I like the checkered flag motif on the flanks. Very nice. Unsigned crown. You have a beveled bezel. Fixed bezel, of course. There's nothing rotating there. So this should slide under a long sleeve shirt very easily with that bevel. Won't hang your shirt or your jacket up. Let's see. It should be a hacking movement. I don't see why it wouldn't be. It is a hacking movement. It is not a screw down crown, but it is a winding watch. Obviously, an automatic with that balance there. Let's see. It's all stainless steel. Detroit mint. Let's see. Automatic. Water resistance. What does that say? 3 atmosphere water resistance. Yeah, seems. Is that a 3 or a 5? 5. Sorry. I gotta get new glasses, guys. It's pretty bad. But one of my kids is getting their eyes examined first, so we'll do her first, and then I'll get that. Interesting little strap here. I think it's leather. Feels like leather. Has these holes cut in that help your wrist to breathe, and of course then you start the smaller holes for the buckle. Contrasting red stitching matches the red tip on the second hand, which is a nice touch. And you have a signed Detroit mint simple pin and buckle. I'll give you a wrist shot of it. There we go. There we go. Okay, here we go. And you can see on my 7¼ inch wrist, it fits very nicely. It's a long watch though for a 40, so those lugs definitely extend across my wrist pretty well. I've got 42 and 43 millimeter watches that have less lug to lug width than this. I think I recorded that. Yes, I have. Oh, nice watch. Looks good on the wrist. Maybe a little small for my taste, but that's me. You've got the Detroit Mint logo under there. So let me give you some facts here to give you a little more information about the watch if you have interest. And of course, I'll leave a link to Detroit's website in the description so you can go take a look at the other colorways that are offered. As I said, this is the Detroit Mint Grand Touring Driving Watch, running about $200 US at the time I'm making this, which is May or June of 2020, depending on when I release this. It is stainless steel construction, as you can see on the case, using a Seiko NH39A movement. The 39 movement is less common than the NH35 and 36. Obviously, it's a no-date movement, but it is capable of supporting the open heart movement and the 24-hour indicator. So, not the most common movement out there for the small brands using Seikos, but obviously a Seiko movement, it's just going to run and run and run. It's a 40 millimeter diameter case with a 20 millimeter lug. So strap monster is definitely you're looking at one. Throw it on a NATO, throw it on the bracelet that came with it. Find a different leather strap, rubber strap, what have you. It'll fit 12 millimeter thick sapphire crystal front, at least front. I couldn't find out if the back crystal is sapphire. It may very well be. And 47 millimeter on the tip to tip. I mean, you can't really measure from the spring bar exactly. I always measure from the extension of the instead of from the spring bar. It does obviously it folds down and rather quickly. And as we established, it's a 5 atmosphere or 50 meter water resistant, so it can get wet. You might get away with snorkeling with it, but I wouldn't dive with it. Nope, that crystal will pop. So what do I think? Well, what do I think? It's a nice watch. For the money, it gives you good value. I mean, obviously, the open heart is a nice little feature, nice little talking point, if you will. It does everything it's supposed to do. I've been monitoring the watch. It's been keeping good time. I really need to go get one of those time graphers and play around with that. But for the most part, I haven't had to reset the watch while I've had it for the past 4 or 5 days, about a week. It looks good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the watch. I'm not a big fan of contrasting stitching in some applications, but this looks good. I don't like the strap overall. I'm not a big fan of these relief holes. I don't like them personally. I'd rather have a solid look to my leather straps. I would probably put this on a collar ebb and be happy with it, but not a fan of the strap as it is. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. It's a good, soft, pliable leather. It's not overly stiff, and it loosens up with time. I just don't like the overall look of it, but that's just me. Other people will feel differently. I might even put the bracelet on it if it were my watch and just wear it with the bracelet, because I think that would lift the watch a bit and give it more of a sporty look. It could definitely be a good all-arounder. I mean, this could get away with being in a business setting. I don't know that it could be a dress watch, or it could be a dressy watch, going out on a date or something, but I don't think you would be going to a formal dinner party with this watch. You probably already have a Rolex for that. I like the case design. I like the checkered flag motif. I'm a big fan of that. So overall, I like the watch. Just change the strap for something a little bit more to my taste, and I would call it done. And for the price that they're asking, you're getting a decent amount of watch. You're getting good value for money. So definitely, I'll give this a recommend, and leave you guys to it. If you like the watch, pop over to the website and go grab yourself one for a couple $100. Even fits nice in its case. I like that. For a couple $100, would be a good beater watch. You know, not beater, but I mean, a daily driver. No pun intended. Anyway, I'm going to wrap it up there. I've said all I need to say about it. So if you liked the video, I hope you did, please click that thumbs up button. It helps. It makes the channel more searchable and helps with the algorithms on the YouTube. Questions, comments, suggestions down below. I read them all. I answer them all. I will, however, delete anything that's overly negative or nasty or spamming or trolling, and I'll block the poster. And if you're new to the channel, well, of course, welcome. Or you have been here for a while, you haven't clicked the subscribe button, please do so. Please do if you feel you can, and click the bell icon next to the subscribe button so that when I upload more content, you're alerted. The channel's growing, and I thank my subscribers for helping the channel grow. And hope people will share my videos around and help the channel grow a little more. And that starts with subscribers, so please consider subscribing. Anyway, I thank you for stopping by and watching this video. Hope you'll go watch some more videos. Stay well, be healthy. See you in my next one.